Righty-ho, and so the next part of the session, now that I have got some feedback from you on what some of your doubts might be about taking this new path, this new fork in the road, I'm now ready to re-hypnotize you. And so the best way to do that is to use an eye fixation technique, because now we're moving into the formal stage of hypnosis. In many ways, the fork in the road was more like a visualization to really just help you, to prepare you, to make sure that you have that commitment to move forward on this journey. So what I'm going to invite you to do now is to simply follow the movement of my two fingers here with your eyes, and as you do, you'll begin to notice some changes taking place. The first thing you'll notice is your attention is drawn towards your breathing, and your breathing begins to soften and relax. And soon you'll begin to notice a comfortable, heavy feeling develop in your eyes as all the tiny muscles around your eyelids, they begin to relax, comfortably feeling relaxed and heavy. And you might even develop the need to swallow as all the muscles around your throat, your teeth and your gums relax, relax, relax. And all the while your breath is so soft and gentle as your eyes grow more and more comfortable, more and more tired, more heavy and relaxed. And when the time is right, you can simply just close your eyes down. That's it. Close your eyes down. That's it. All the way down. Simply close your eyes down and allow yourself to relax in the gentle, soothing, comfortable darkness. And with your eyes now comfortably closed, I'd like you to spend a moment and just focus on your breathing and notice the way your chest sinks down a little when you exhale. It's a lovely feeling, letting go of that old used up air. It's a lovely feeling, just letting go as your chest sinks down. And now when you're ready, I want you to sink down into that feeling. That's right, sink right down into it. And allow your imagination to take you on yet another journey. And this time imagine that you are resting in a beautiful garden. A garden of perfect relaxation, and everything's just right for you. And you're sitting exactly as you're sitting right now. And this place helps you to feel so calm, so relaxed, and so at ease, because it's the perfect kind of garden for you. And what is so unusual about this garden is that up above you is the most beautiful blue sky that you have ever seen. There's not a cloud to be seen anywhere at all. The sky is as open and limitless as your listening mind. The sky is as calm and receptive as your subconscious mind. But as you relax in this beautiful garden of relaxation, you begin to notice that a small white fluffy cloud begins to form directly above your head. And that small white cloud just like you, is here today for a very specific reason. That cloud is here so that it can begin to absorb right out of your mind all of the thoughts, all of the feelings, and all of the behaviors that have been keeping you stuck, that have been stopping you from losing weight and from keeping it off. Now, I know we've had a good discussion before we started this hypnosis, and you've told me about those thoughts that are keeping you stuck. And you've told me about how being heavy has made you feel. And you've also shared with me those behaviors, those habits, and those actions that you have found so difficult to break. So this cloud provides you with an opportunity to release those negative thoughts, to release those negative feelings, and to let go of those old habits that have been pulling you down. So I want you to just think about those thoughts, those negative thoughts, those thoughts of self-doubt, those thoughts where you punish yourself, complain to yourself, give out to yourself, mistreat yourself because you've struggled to lose weight. And let that cloud absorb those thoughts right out of your mind. Let that cloud absorb those thoughts the way a magnet would just pull something towards it. And you know, when a small fluffy cloud is over on the shores of America and it begins to drift across the vast Atlantic Ocean, that small cloud can absorb tons and tons of moisture from the sea, so that by the time it reaches the shores of Ireland and England, it is a heavy, thunderous cloud that is filled to the brim. And so it is with this small cloud above your head. It is a magnet that can suck out all of those thoughts that have been holding you back just as powerfully as a cloud crossing the Atlantic Ocean can hold so much moisture. So too can it hold and contain all of your negative thoughts. But not only that, all of those negative feelings and all of those behaviors that have been keeping you stuck. So bring to mind those feelings that you've talked to me about already, and let that cloud absorb them right out of your mind. And bring to mind those bad habits you've already described, and let that cloud just lift them right out of your subconscious mind, so that program, those habits, can be taken away from you now. Until soon, all of the thoughts, all of the feelings, and all of the behaviors, the habits, the actions that have been holding you back are no longer inside your mind. They're no longer programs inside your subconscious. Instead, they are up there in that cloud, and that small white fluffy cloud has become a big, monstrous, heavy, dark thundercloud, and you can almost feel the weight of it bearing down upon you. But it is not in you, it is above you, and it's time for that cloud to drift out of your life for once and for all. So in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 10. And on the number 10, I'm going to clap my hands very loudly. Now, please do not open your eyes. Instead, I want you to focus on the feeling of lightness that begins to develop in your shoulders as you breathe in. A feeling of lightness that is created from the knowledge you have that those thoughts, those feelings, and those behaviors that have kept you stuck are now gone. And you're going to help me get rid of this cloud, because this is your stuff that's in this cloud and you don't want that stuff to hold you back. So I'm going to ask you to use all of your mental energy with me as I count from 1 to 10. And 1, I want you to start pushing that cloud away with your mind. I want you to push it way out there in front of you so that it begins to lift and rise and move up into that beautiful blue sky. 2, you're beginning to send that cloud away. It's good riddance to bad rubbish. 3, that cloud is drifting further and further away from you now. 4, it's so very far away from you now, it's nothing but a small black dot way off there in the horizon. 5, that cloud is so small, so insignificant, and so far away from you now, it's hard, 6, for you to remember everything it contains. 7, why would you even bother try? Because it is leaving your mind, it is leaving your life. 8, it's beginning to drift so far away from you. It's filled with rubbish. It's good riddance to bad rubbish. 9, it is going, it's going, it's going. And 10, it is gone and it won't be back. Now, it's very possible that as my client right now that you've opened your eyes. So as a hypnotherapist, what are you going to do if suddenly your client is staring back at you at this point in the hypnotherapy? You know, it can be very unnerving for you as the hypnotherapist. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to look directly at your client and you're going to focus on this point here. And you're going to stare at that spot. It's called the hypnotic stare, and that means it will look as though you're looking directly into your client's eyes. And you're simply going to say, that cloud is gone and it won't be back. Those thoughts, those feelings, and those behaviors that have kept you stuck are now gone. And so you can take a deep breath in, all the way in, and sleep. Close your eyes down. That's it. Gently and easily, just close your eyes down. And I want you to focus on your breathing and notice that when you breathe in, that a lovely feeling of lightness begins to develop in your shoulders. And this is your convincer. A lovely feeling of lightness develops in your shoulder that helps to confirm to your subconscious mind that that cloud and everything it contains is gone and it just won't be back. And then you follow through with something like this. You know, very often in life, we can begin to notice how the dark clouds can occasionally accumulate. And maybe even when you're driving home today after this session, or you're out and about on a walk or a trip, you might notice a particularly dark, heavy cloud in the sky. And when you see that cloud, it can serve as a very powerful reminder to you that that cloud that was in your life is gone and it will never be back. And your subconscious mind can get great satisfaction from knowing that the thoughts, the feelings, and the habits that have kept you stuck are a thing of the past. And you know, regardless of what dark clouds may appear in our life, there's one thing we always know, and that is behind every dark cloud there is always a silver lining. And you can take great comfort in knowing that there will always be a silver lining for you. Okay, and this is now the end of this part of the first session of the hypnogastric band. See you in the next video.